Hello and welcome to Create React App lesson. In this lesson, we are going to use Create React App package to make a basic template for our React application. We are going to create a header like this, having React shopping cart at the header, and create a footer. And also the content should be empty because in this lesson, we are focusing on creating a basic React application. It's the starting point of coding. To do this, first of all, open your VS Code that you have installed in previous lessons. From terminal menu, select New Terminal. And here, first of all, go to your favorite folder. Let's say for mine, I'm going to go to Desktop. And here I'm going to create the Create React App application. Enter this command npx create react app, and here it's time to enter a name for this React application. I'm going to set it to React shopping cart and press enter. It takes a while to install all dependency about the React script and stuff like this. And after that, you have a folder that contains the basic code to run your React application. At this point, we are ready to go to React shopping cart folder, cd React shopping cart folder, and here enter this command code and dot. So by running this command, you will have a new VS Code window and you are good to close the previous one, maximize this folder, and as you see, the project folder here shows that all of your files inside your React application. So it's time to open new terminal and run your project. Enter npm start and press enter to make sure that your React application works perfect. That's it. When you see this icon and this text, it means that everything works well. So it's time to remove unused files. Let's start from src folder, and there is no need to have a logo here. We do not need setup test at all. Also service worker and app.test and app.css. Only keep index.js, and inside that we need to get rid of service worker. In the app.js, let's get rid of app.css and also logo, and there is no need to have logo here. Let's get rid of all content in the header section. In the index.js, let's get rid of the service worker part. And here we have a very basic React application. In the README file, let's get rid of all content and put the content to React shopping cart. And for step 1, we are going to create React app. Let's check again the result. You see, it's an empty React application. And what we are going to do is to create a header like this. Let's go and work with app.js. And here I'm going to get rid of all content here, create a div and set the class name for this div to grid container. Inside grid container, there are 3 sections. The first one is a header. And inside the header, there is a link, and the link should be point to, the home. And the name of it is React shopping cart. Next section is the main content. And here I'm just entering product list. We will go for that in the next lesson. And the last one is gonna be footer. All right. is reserved. So if you check the result, you will see this ugly homepage, and we are going to convert that to this style. Let's go to the index.css and get rid of all code here. For bodies, for HTML section, set the font size to 62.5% and set box sizing to border box. By having these two settings, we are able to better handle padding and margin inside the divs, and also having standard font size rem instead of px, which stands for pixel. For body, I'm going to set the height to full height and set margin to 0. We can have this setting for the root element. If you check the public index.html, inside the body section there is a div and its ID is root. We want to apply the body setting to root. So inside the index.css, put a comma and put a hashtag root. That's it for the basic setting or the reset setting for CSS, and it's time to work for the grid container. Copy this from here, put a dot, and for grid container we are going to create a CSS grid. To do that, first of all, set display to grid, set grid template area. We are going to have 3 rows. The first one is header, second one is main, and the last one is footer. Don't forget to set grid template rows. There are 1 fragment, and for grid template columns there should be 1 fragment too. But for the grid template rows, first of all we need to put the header. Let's say the header 50 pixel, which is equal to 5 rems, because rems means that 10 pixel by having this setting here. And also for footer, let's have 5 rem too. By having this setting, we are good to go to place header, main, and footer. For header, grid area should be header, main area should be main, and also for footer it's the same. Grid area should be footer. Also, we can set the color for header and footer. Let's set background color 20, 30, 40, and let's have same for background color for here and here. Let's set the color to white. Do the same for header. For header, there should be link color. For anchor, let's set the color to white like this. And by having this setting, let's check the result. Yeah, it should be like this. Put the footer at the very bottom of the text. For grid container, set height to 100%. Yes, you see? Somehow we are having something like this, but the point is we need to set the font size, and also we need to set the position of all right reserve in the center. To make it in the center, we are going to use flex. Inside the footer, enter display flex, and set justify content to center and align items to center to put it center in terms of horizontally and vertically. Let's see, like this. Do the same for header, but the header part, we are not going to put it center in terms of horizontally. Just vertically is enough. So it should be align items like this. And also for all links, For all links, we are going to set the hover to color like orange, FF8000. And at the very top, for all elements like body, input, select, text area, and stuff like this, we are going to set the font 1.6 rem, which is exactly equal to 16 pixel. And the font family, let's make it Helvetica, like this. So, as you see here, we need to get rid of the underline for the header links, text decoration, noun. Yeah. Let's add a padding for, the header. For header, I'm going to add a padding, let's say 0.5 rem. Yeah, there's a space here. And that's it. We have done with the formatting a header, a content section, and a footer section. And it is completely responsive. For small screen, you see it's in the center. And for the larger screen, it's like this. And it occupies the whole screen. Make a good feeling for user to use that. For next session, we are going to start working on the product list component, and we will create our first component there. Until next lesson, bye-bye.